think about it in terms of that, like whether it's extended family or not or whatever, or just like honoring people, right? I feel strongly about should I ever have children, right? Like I feel extremely strongly about honoring my friends more than my family.
That's something that I've been having a problem with lately, like a lot lately, and ever since you know, when I think about this a lot because not a lot of people, I don't know if it's like some Mexican bullshit, some fucking culture, whatever, but a lot of people in my family do not congratulate people.
Right.
So like, if I'm winning, I'm winning, and you're winning. And for me, in my world, like, all power to you, brother. I love you, man. Good luck, man. I hope you make $1 billion. I hope this podcast becomes, you get paid off of it, and you get whatever. Like, I'm that person. In my world, I don't feel like that's what it is. Like, my family doesn't feel that way about me. I you know what I'm saying? Like, and like, so most of my friends, they're happy for me.
Yeah.
They'll sit there and talk to me. Like you even now earlier, you're like, yo, I'm excited for you. And I'm like, yo, like, that's not many people say that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's like not. I'm sorry. None of my family said that to me. None of my family reached out to me and said that to me. Like, to this day, I have 2 days, dude. Possibly 2 days until my baby's coming here. Nobody in my fucking family has said that to me.
Right.
And that's rough, dude. Like, that's rough. That it hurts because it's your family. You have the same blood. Blah 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 blah. Just sangre. Like, fuck that, dude. Like, it's not what it is no more. That's not how I feel no more. Like, I'm over it. Like, I just want to. I realize the people that I care about are more. The word brother or sister, like, my brother is not. It doesn't mean to me as much as when I was younger.
Right.
Like, yo, my homie, that's my guy.
Yeah. Like, I feel exactly the same way. Like, let's say Richard, for example. I was the best man. I was
bleep him out again. Time.
I was his best man at his wedding, right? Like, his wife sent me a picture the other day of them watching their video footage, and I was giving a speech, and they sent me a little clip of the speech that I was giving, and like say it was like emotional or whatever, right? Because I was like really like I was like trying to really honor them, you know what I mean? And they
gonna hear it.
No, I'm gonna send it to them. I'm gonna send it to them.
You can hear this in a week, dog. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna send it to them. So I feel stronger about honoring the friendships that I've made more so than the blood that I have. Because there's some things about blood that's like indefinite, right? Like our father, our mother, like that's pretty indefinite. That's pretty like it's going to go without saying. It's going to be very important to honor their story, honor their legacy, right? Because we're part of it. But there's the other side to that coin is that the experiences and the friendships that we've made throughout this thing that our parents were not a part of are probably just as powerful. So like, should I ever have a kid, I'm going to be telling that kid stories and having them do the best that they can to honor the memory of sight. Probably more so than like my uncles or my cousins. Absolutely. Or like this and that. You know what I mean? Because that person deeply impacted my life. You know what I mean? And I'll probably do the same thing. I'm pretty sure that's why Richard gave me that honor and why we're still close, despite the fact that we don't agree on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with you, the same thing with Ronka. Like there's this. Are
you gonna bleep all these names out?
Nah, I'm not bleeping nobody's names out except for that one time.
First part. Mm-hmm.
Except for But I rather emphasize honoring the legacy of the friendships that I've made more so than than honoring the bloodline of my last name.
And that's crazy because like I feel like I have friends and stuff that I don't think I've ever built friendships like as deeply rooted as y'all's just because of my personality. But I feel like the reason why I trust, for instance, you and Alex more as my brothers. Yeah. It was never because y'all were my brothers. It's only now been because we've formed more friendships than it has been of anything else.
There's something that I envy when I started coming over here, when I started seeing, because I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, what am I gonna be on? Blah blah blah. So I started doing a little dive. Yeah. And I started seeing it, and I was like, yo, your shit's just popping up. Your shit's popping up. It's popping up. And I think that's tight. Like, yo, like that's cool. Like there's something to be said of like, yo, my sister wants to do it, I want to do it too. Let's do it together. There's beauty in that, and I just want to say, yo, that's dope. But like, that's cool, man. Like y'all can do that. Like I wish I could do that with my family. I wish I could do that. But no, I'm on this stupid ass podcast with you.
Oh, dumbass.
I'm trying to tell you that y'all are beautiful. yeah. No, that's facts though.
It's funny because it's a swing and it's funny a compliment at the same time.
No, but it's true though, because like I have friends that have told me very similar stories about their families, and they're like, "How are you so close to your brothers?" Because the shit we talk about on this podcast sometimes is like, "Why are you talking about that with your brother?" And it's like, because to me, Juan was a brother to me throughout most of my life, but in these last couple of years, he's become a friend.
Who's these friends of yours?
Who's what?
Who are these friends that talk bad about Juan? I'll fucking fight them.
What?
No, I don't think they talk bad about me. I think they just could like probably.
They think it's weird that I have a. That
you know what's fucking weird? They're weird.
Yeah.
There, I said it. And your stupid face.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think over the past couple of years we've developed more of a friendship.
Yeah.
And even though we're siblings, and there's a very deep level of respect there because there's a friendship, but also there's no like holding back. But to your point, true. Like yes, because there's been some times where I'm like, especially at the beginning, especially whenever before all of this like formed itself the way that it kind of is right now, and like
all this awesomeness.
all this fucking greatness.
Ew.
That's the joke.
Why'd you say it like that? You don't say it like that.
He was talking about you.
Anyway, before all of this like kind of formed itself the way that it is, there was a whole bunch of moments where I was all like, I can't really give you anything. I can't give you like money. I can't give you that. I just need the help. I just need you to show up and like just be here. Just do it. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of like there was her, Bree, Alex, and Juliet. Carlos at the beginning a lot. Primarily, we're like, all right, fuck it. Like,
let's go for it.
We don't know what this is gonna look like. Before I even bought all the equipment, before it even like first episode even came out, before any of that, they were just like, all right. Like we had a whole meeting in here where I was all like, X, Y, and Z. This is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. This is how we're gonna do it. Blah blah blah. Like this. Be careful with this. If you have any questions about this, and that. And everybody was like, I thought you were just gonna like buy us pizza and we were just gonna talk shit. Like we didn't know that you were gonna take this so seriously. Yeah. And I was like, well, yeah, because it's gonna be like this and this and that. And then we started doing it, and they were like, oh shit, like. Oh, you went for it, right? And so there was a lot of faith that had to be done there. So to your point, like, yeah, it is a little bit. It's refreshing because had it not been for that friendship that we had developed over the past couple of years and that comfort there, I would probably have to find other people, and it wouldn't have been my family.
Because I feel like you I don't know who the first person that you came to for all this stuff was, but I feel like I was one of the first people that you came to.
For sure.
Because this was probably a year ago now.
It was a year almost to the date.
A year ago, where we were literally just sitting at Rodeo Goat, and I was writing shit down. He was just spewing out his ideas, and I was writing it down.
You're just fucking between two ears, huh?
Fuck it up, yeah, man. At that point, I was literally like listening to what he said, listening to his vision, listening to what he wants, and then just envisioning that for him, helping him guide that along with people.
Which, by the way, this is only like the beginning of it.
It's only part of it.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, it was because, because we've grown to who we've become, like, and how we've been going about our business. And I think a lot of it has to be said is just the fact that, like, just everything that kind of happened within the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. I'm not too sure about how much life-changing stuff happened in your life within the last couple of years. But for my life, becoming a single mom and just kind of dealing with my kid. Yeah, bro. And
y'all niggas are taking mad jabs, dude.
He knows it. I mean, look, he's doing his best, doing what he's got to do, but
that's some jabs.
Ain't nobody can deny the fact that I'm a single mom doing this shit. And I have been the single mom for the last couple of, I guess, a year now. But that changed a lot of the way that I would look at him, like the way that I would look at Juan and what he was doing about his life with his form of being. And it truly was like what allowed me to be vulnerable with you about some things.
Yeah.
And then also he became vulnerable with me about some things as well, because I don't know if maybe I just became a different person to him as I was growing up, becoming a single mom and having to deal with shit that he's like, bro, I mean, I'm only 23 or 24 years old dealing with shit that like 30-year-olds be dealing with, or people older than you have dealt with. You know what I mean? Like going through weird phases of life that you're like, it's an interesting thing to go through at 24, or little things that we kind of went through similarly in other aspects, which is what allowed us to become friendship, the friendship that we've developed as it is now.